Aloha everybody, it's me, Tamal. Some of you know me as Tamal BODHI. Some of you know me as T-Rex, Lil T. Depends on where you hang out. I'm going to teach you a vinyasa class. It's going to be about an hour. We're going to start laying on your back. Soles of the feet together, knees dropped open for Supta Baddha Konasana. We'll take the left hand to your heart, the right hand to your belly. This is my yoga buddy, Casey Newman. She's going to be holding down the fort today. Let's close our eyes and let our attention drift to the inhales and the exhales, the Paraka Rajaka. And let's just kind of steamroll the breath out, flattening out all the inconsistencies so that we're creating this clear picture, a straightforward trajectory into our practice. It's like our breathing blazes the trail ahead. And as we settle into this space, as we settle into our own body, we'll take a big inhale through the nose and hold your breath at the very top, sealing it. And then out of the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the top. Let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth shut. Find the audible ujjayi. Let's blink your eyes open, hug the knees into the chest. So we'll start circling your knees in one direction, starting nice and slow, massaging the low back. You set the pace. And then circle your knees in the opposing direction so we're balancing everything out. Casey's just quietly waiting for the storm to come in. And bring your knees into your chest. You're going to split your knees open and then circle your knees forward, let them connect, then bring them back into your chest. Split the knees open, circle them forward, connect them, bring them back into your chest. So we're just playing with all the different kind of variables and ranges that we can do with our hips and our lower back. And then reverse the circle, so you're going in the opposing direction. And we'll come to center with the knees into the chest. Take your arms out to the sides like cactus arms, elbows bent. We'll look to the right and drop both knees to the left. The way we feel this twist, because it's very mild, is to pull the right shin bone in line with the left shin bone. Then you'll feel the sensations in the hips, you'll feel the sensations in the low back. Breathe. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, switch sides. Drop the knees to the right, take your gaze to the left. Again, this time we're pulling the left shin bone in line with the right shin bone. Keep your arms like cactus arms. Bring the knees into the chest. Straighten your legs up to the sky. You're going to look to the right. Take your legs all the way to the left, but let them hover about 6 inches from the floor. This is where your abdominal muscles start to kick into gear. We want to glue your shoulder blades into the mat. So if that right shoulder blade is lifting, think about how you can plant it into the earth. Maybe you need to lift the feet a little higher. Switch sides. You're going to take your gaze to the left, take your legs to the right, let them hover a little bit. Bring your legs back to center. Keep them straight up to the sky. Reach your arms towards the front of your space. Palms will face each other. Head and shoulders lift. So once you're here, let's lower your left leg 2 inches from the ground, but let your right leg drift a little bit to the left and let your left leg move a little bit to the right. So your legs are slightly overlapping. Now switch sides. Legs slightly crisscross. Then switch sides. On your own, flow freely. And smile. Everybody knows when you start on your back in my class, it usually means there's going to be some sort of core work that it entails. Let's meet with both legs straight up to the sky. Lower both legs 6 inches from the ground. If you need to put a little bend in your legs or maybe even bend them to 90, that's fine. Turn your palms to face down. As your arms pulse, your head and shoulders pulse with it. Hundreds. Yes. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh, goodness. That was a sneak attack. So both hands hug the right shin and knee. Your left leg extends straight out 2 inches from the ground. Now lift your head and shoulders up. You're trying to peel your shoulder blades off the floor, so it's as if you're trying to smell your right kneecap. You should try to smell it. Maybe you'll be surprised. People are like, what? Popcorn? How did that get on there? Then switch sides. Then switch, and switch on your own, slow or fast. You get the picture. Sometimes we get the picture, but we don't necessarily like the picture, but we're in it. Sometimes the art teacher gives you a project you don't want to paint, but we're painting it anyway. This one's our landscape. Hug your knees to your chest. Keep your knees into your chest. Keep your hands on your shin bones. Lift your head and shoulders up. So it's like you're trying to smell right between your knees. There's this weird smelling analogy we're doing today. Now, while you're here, you're going to reach your arms forward and extend your legs straight out 6 inches from the ground. Bring your knees back in, hug them in. Keep your head and shoulders lifted. Then extend your legs straight out, reach your arms forward. Then bring the knees in, hug them with the arms. On your own, flow freely. Oh, it's just like what we did a second ago, but now it's double legs. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh, there it is. So I recently found another way of doing bicycles. It's just like doing a bicycles with a small tip. So let's cup the sides of your head. Keep your elbows wide. Take your left elbow to your right knee and extend your left leg straight out 2 inches from the ground and hold. Now when you switch sides, make sure you lift your chest even higher. So switch, chest lifts higher. Then switch, chest lifts higher. On your own, just like that. So usually we're in this habit of once we switch, we relax our head and shoulders back. But as you're switching, you're doing a little lift of the scapulas. It just makes it legit. Too legit to quit. Keep those chests lifted as you're transitioning. I'm watching you, Casey Newman. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh. Point the legs up to the sky. Reach your arms forward, palms face each other, head and shoulders lift. Lower the left leg 2 inches from the ground. Let your right heel lower and touch the left big toe, then lift the right leg back up. Again, lower the right leg. Lift the right leg up and down on your own. Casey's already looking at the clock like it's got to have been 75 minutes or something by now. Switch sides. Now the left leg's going to lower and lift. It's like sometimes when the class gets hard, people start looking for their phone like, oh wait, I think I hear my phone ringing. Mom, is that you? I got to go. Switch sides. She's like, another round? Switch sides. Oh, it's a shorter round. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh, that was good. Let's do one more. Set your feet on the floor, heels towards your butt. Cup the sides of your head with your hands, elbows are wide. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, crunch, but lead with your forehead and your chest straight up, and then do a little round on your own. My shirt today has a shark on it. Big boy shirt. Hold a crunch, shoulders are lifted. Lift your feet up the level of your knees. Now bring your elbows and knees to touch. Then inhale, extend your legs straight out 6 inches from the ground. Then exhale, elbows and knees touch. Back and forth on your own. Your body's like an accordion here. Yep. The goal is to see if Casey can make it through it all. Let's meet with your legs extended straight out 6 inches from the ground. Shoulders stay lifted a little bit. Reach your arms straight back. Palms face each other. I don't even know. This is hard. Hug your knees to your chest. Oh. Hold on to your hamstrings. Let's rock up and down till you get enough momentum that you're at seated, and then you can bypass seated and go straight to downward facing dog. Some of you will pop into it. Some of you will shuffle into it. There's no hard and fast rules of how you get there as long as you get there. Once you're in down dog, pedal the legs out a little bit, shift your weight side to side. Maybe you lift one leg, open up the hip, maybe you do the other side. It's up to you. And then eventually we just meet in a very stationary downward facing dog with your legs hips width apart, the heels disappear behind the toes. The arms are shoulder width apart, fingers point forward, the hands spread wide. The forearms lift, the upper outer arms wrap down and around, the belly goes in, the hips move back, the thigh bones move back. Let's drift to plank, top of a push-up. The core work ain't over yet. So we stack the shoulders over the wrists. The index fingers should glide forward so the whole inner palm is rooted down. The first part of your arm, the forearm, turns in a little bit while the upper part of your arm wraps back. We brace. The belly goes in, the front ribs go in, the tail draws towards the inner thigh so the frontal hip points start to lift towards the chest. Then the low belly can lift. Keep the thigh bones pressing into the hamstrings. Breathe. Take a big inhale, then exhale, downward facing dog. How we doing? Great, let's do another one. So let's drift to plank, top of a push-up. You can always do this from your knees, but for right now, if you're with me, keep your hips the level of your shoulder blades. We want to soften the legs enough so that your knees hover about an inch above the ground, and then you exaggerate the posterior tilt, the tailbone going towards the inner knees and thighs. It's like a little cat pose almost for your low back. You know you're doing it right when it feels like you're riding on a roller coaster or something like that, or an airplane in turbulence. It's just be shaking. Just like Casey. Take a big inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. See, if your friends can't tease you and you tease them back, then where's the fun? We're going to run through some basic vinyasas. On an inhale, drift to plank. And as you exhale, lean out, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. It's going to feel really good. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more, just breath cues. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's lift the right leg up. Square your hips, dorsiflex your right foot, and then spin the right inner thigh to the sky. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the right knee to your nose, shoulders stack over the wrist, pause. Press the earth away. So there's a little protraction in the shoulder to round in the upper spine. Then inhale, extend the leg back. Again, knee to nose. Extend it back on your own, flow freely. Try to keep those arms straight as you're transitioning forward and back. Then we'll meet with the knee at the nose. Shoulders are over the wrists. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lean forward a little bit more. Without lifting your palms, step it forward. 1. Oh. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Run your arms down your ribs. So we want our palms to face each other, or they can face the floor. The thing we want to avoid is having the palms face the sky. Think about drawing your right hip crease back, then pressing your inner left heel back as well, and then following that with taking your thigh bone of the left leg and pushing it up into the hamstring. Now listen carefully. We're only going to reach our left arm forward in a handshake fashion. Keeping your left arm where it is by the left ear and keeping the right arm along the side of the right ribs. On an inhale, come all the way up. Take your right palm to your tailbone sacrum area. Soften your back leg and use that right palm to manually scoop the tailbone under so the frontal hip points lift. Then the front ribs can go in, the back ribs will lift. Keeping the strain out of the low back. If you want, you can start lifting your chest more, maybe lift the chin a little bit. Just a variation of Viparita Angiasana or reversed crescent pose. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, left hand comes down to the ground, pause, turn your chest to the sky, then reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Turn the right hand down, reach over your head, let the right bicep hang low, about an inch or 2 above the right cheek. Press the earth away with the left palm, so you're creating space between your left trapezius and your left ear. Get longer through your side waist, stronger in the back leg. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Let's step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Shoulders are over the wrist. Round in your upper back. Then inhale, extend the leg back. On your own, flow freely. Obviously, we have a little emphasis of core work today. It doesn't stop here. It'll trickle in and out, just like a leak in your roof. Let's meet with the knee at the nose, shoulders over the wrists. We're going to hold this for 5, reminiscing for 4, for 3, 2. Lean forward even more. Without lifting the palm, step it forward. 1. Stand the ball of the back foot, run your arms down the ribs. We pull back through the inner right heel. We pull back with the skin of the left hip. We find length in the torso. Now, small change. Reach your right arm forward in a handshake fashion. It's almost like you're striking a pose like you see those speed skaters, right? Calling it speed skater pose. Bringing Casey Newman back to the old days when she was speed skating. Keep your arms where they are. Bring your torso all the way up. Soften the back leg, left palm to the sacrum. Scoop the tailbone under. Let the frontal hip points lift, then maybe tilt the torso back a bit. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, right hand comes down. Pause, turn your chest to the sky, then reach your left arm up, followed by turning your left palm down, reaching overhead. Clear the congestion of the shoulders away from the neck. Find the length in your back leg, the structure in the hips squaring forward. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, left hand down. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath at the peak. Stick out your tongue, let it go. Let's drift to plank. So this is not only an upper body thing, but it's really going to help you feel this in the core. We want to do it slow. So your shoulders stay over the wrists. I want you to bring your right knee to your nose. Round like a cat. Do a little pointer flexion with the toes. Then switch sides. Bring the left knee to the nose. Then switch. And switch. Nice and slow, as if you're traveling through molasses. That's how I usually like to practice. I fill a whole swimming pool full of molasses and then just start your yoga workout. 10 more seconds. Feeling it, Casey? Mm-hmm. Giving out gifts today. Gifts of core work. And then downward facing dog. Oh, goodness. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. It's going to be a little different. You're going to flutter your lips like a horse. Let it go. Let's come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, prayer in front of your heart. Surya Namaskar, A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, flat back. Then exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Got a couple more rounds coming. Let's rise high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So, I'm going to get you to standing. We'll let you loose for one round on your own. From here, let's bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, float, or fly. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise. Exhale, prayer in front of the heart. On your own. Once you finish this round, we'll meet in downward facing dog, settling there. So, from down dog, let's lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. This always feels really good, but what is very common is most of us throw all of our body weight into our left foot and our left hand, and then we get light in our right palm and our chest starts to open up. Instead, I want you to lift your left armpit a little more, get heavy on your right palm so the torso squares to the floor, and you isolate the opening to the lower body. Come up high on your left toes, bring the right knee to your nose. Step it through. Stay on the ball of your back foot, reach your arms forward. Just going right into the big stuff. The arms lift a little higher, the arms get a little straighter. It's always a little of everything. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, see if you can soften something in your face. A teacher once said, Tamal, soften something in your face, and I was like, that's just how my face is. It's soft. Take your hands at prayer. Warrior 3, back foot comes up. Heavy in the right big toe. That's the balancing point. If you put all of your body weight in the pinky toe side of the right foot, you're going to feel really off balance. You may even start hopscotching around the room. Soft bend in the right knee. The left leg should be straight as can be. You're trying to stamp the left heel on the back wall. Take your arms out to the sides like airplane wings. Look, I'm flying. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, only set your left fingers down. Send your right arm up to the sky, twisting half moon, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Very common for that left leg to go soft, so give the left leg some energy. Think about hiding the right hip to the left a little bit. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, only set the right hand down. Walk your hands towards your right leg, get close. Slide the right hand to the right, slide the left hand to the left, cup the floor with the fingers, and then dip your chest, your sternum towards the right shin bone. Let your elbows bend and flare out to the sides. Poor Daniel. Our camera guy has to deal with all my silliness all at all times. Let's inhale, lift the left leg a little more. Exhale, set it next to right. Feet together. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, fold in. Let's squat down in your tiptoes. We'll do Crow Bakasana. So feet together, knees wide. We'll wedge our triceps against the shin bones. Plant the palms about 4 to 6 inches in front of you. Lift your butt. Get your elbows stacked over the wrist. Chaturanga the arms. Even if only one foot lifts, it's a big deal. Find a little rounding in your upper back. Step back, shoot back, float back. After the vinyasa, we all meet in downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Square the torso. Come up high in the right toes, knee to nose. Step it through. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Reach your arms forward. It's important to get heavy in the left big toe and heavy in the right big toe. As the arms get straighter, try not to take the trapezius with you. Take the trapezius away from the arms, towards your sit bones. Hands come to prayer. Warrior 3, back foot comes up. Stamp the left big toe down. Recruit the quadriceps into the picture. Get long through the back of the neck. Let's take your arms to the sides like wings. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, only set your right fingers down. Send your left arm up. You can always perch your right hand on a book, a block, whatever you got. Energy in the right leg. Lengthen the side ribs. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, only set the left hand down. Walk your hands towards your left leg, get close. Slide your hands off the mat onto the floor. Get them wide. Dip your chest, your sternum to the left shin and knee. Let your elbows bend and flare out to the sides. Take an inhale, lift the right leg more. Exhale, set it next to left. Feet together. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, just fold. Squat down in your tiptoes. We'll do another round of Crow Bakasana. So feet together, knees wide. We're going to wedge your triceps on the shins. Plant the palms. Lift your butt. Lean forward. Elbows over wrists. One or both feet lift. You can also just skip this. Step back, shoot back, float back. After the vinyasa, we meet in downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale through your nose, hold it at the peak. This time, like a lion, stick out your tongue, let it go. Come up behind the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Surya Namaskar, B. Inhale, chair pose. Casey sweating. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Instead of lifting your right leg up behind you, stay in down dog and just step your right foot between your hands. Back heel turns down, inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, let's step back, let's lower Chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, just step the left foot forward. Back heel down, inhale, rise, warrior A. Exhale, hands come down, let's step back, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Got one more round coming. Let's rise high on the toes. Bend the knees, look forward like a springboard, hop to the front of your mats. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, chair. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. We step back. We lower Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, step back, take your vinyasa. Once you're finished, we'll meet in down dog. How we doing? We're doing great. My answer for everyone. I'm like, you're doing great. Let's take child's pose. Lower your knees to the floor, sit on the heels, forehead to the earth, catch your breath. Settle for the moment. So extend the arms forward. Let's come onto all fours, your hands and knees. Cross one ankle over the other. Sit behind your feet, swoop your legs through to the front. I know, it seems a bit early to go into a cool down, because it is. Let's scoot enough forward so that you're not near the back edge of your mat. Then bend your knees, set your feet on the floor, reach your arms forward. More core work. Weight goes to the sit bones, lift your feet up the level of your knees. Tomorrow, Casey and everybody's going to wake up going, oh, I can't get out of bed. Inner thighs roll down, sternum rises. On an inhale, lower your whole body 2 inches from the ground, straighten the legs. Exhale, come back up, bend the knees to the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, shut. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, hold here with your legs extended out, breathing. Point your right leg up. Hold. Get your fingertips to touch behind your right hamstring or knee. Try not to touch the right leg at all. Switch sides. Arms hula hoop the left leg. Hug your knees to your chest. Extend your legs straight out on the mats. And then we're going to roll onto your right side, your right hip. We're going to extend your right arm out to the right palm is going to face down. So the right arm's like a wing. Now from here, you're going to angle your legs slightly to the right. Reach your left arm up and overhead. Now lift your legs up. Both legs are lifted. With your next exhale, you're going to press off of your right hand and you're going to lift up and try to touch the outer left ankle. Then extend back, then come back, up and down on your own. Isn't this so much fun? I did 3, I'm done. Oh yeah. And release. Let's switch sides. Roll over onto your left side. Extend your left arm out to the left like a wing, palm face down. We're going to reach your right arm up and overhead, angle your legs slightly to the left, and then lift your legs up. And when you're ready, start repping it out. Taking the right hand to the outer right ankle. Oh, this one will get you. Casey does these at home for fun. And release. You can go back onto your back. Hold onto your hamstrings and start to rock up and down until you get enough momentum that you either pop straight into chair or you can use your hands to get you to chair, but just as long as you're in chair pose. Weight goes into the heels, all 10 toes lifts so that the shins of the knees fall in line with the ankles. Take your hands at prayer. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and thigh. The elbow should stack. This way you can apply more pressure with your top hand down into the bottom hand, finding the thumbs closest to the heart center of the sternum. Notice if that left shin bone is sneaking out. You want to pull the left shin bone back. So, pin the knees together. Put all the weight in the right foot, and then lift your left heel to your left glute muscle. Very important the inner knees are stuck together, like you got gum between them. That's what I do when I go take yoga. I make sure I got some gum. Just gum my things together. Now, keep what you have. Extend the left leg straight back, hovering in space. Think twisting crescent and step the left foot way back. Slow motion, ninja yoga. If you want to open your arms up to expand upon it or wrap it up, that's always a nice option. Casey's going big. Think crescent pose, and on an inhale, unravel, come all the way up, reach to the sky, and pause. Think chair pose and step your left foot to meet the right. Take your hands at prayer, hook your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Wasn't that a clean little transition to each other? It's all blood into one. No break in between. We pull the right shin bone back, inner thighs rolled down. Left hip hides towards the right. Now pin the inner knees together. Put all the weight in the left foot. Lift your right heel to your right glute muscle. Keep the connection of the legs. You always have to look down usually. Now extend the right leg back. Hover in space. So you're in a twisting warrior 3. Think twisting crescent. Land the right toes way back. Find your composure. If you want more, open the arms, wrap it up. Whatever you did the first side, you want to do on this side. Think crescent, and with the power in your legs, unravel, come all the way up. Think chair pose, step the right foot to meet the left. Put the weight into your right foot, lift your left foot up, cross your left knee over the top of your right quad. Maybe you can sneak your left foot behind the right calf. Reach your arms forward, left elbow under the right, intertangle, maybe go knuckle to knuckle or palm to palm. Lift the elbows up the level of the collarbones, then pull the forearms away from you. Keep the eagle in the arms. Think about how you would unravel into an eagle arm variation of warrior three. Then take the left leg up and back behind you, kickstanding on the back wall. Keep the eagle, crescent pose with eagle arms. Soften the back leg, tail goes under. Maybe you start to lift the chest and the chin back a little, creating this streamline of length across the midline of your torso. Look forward, unravel the arms, reach them to the sky. Chair pose, step the left foot to meet the right. All roads lead to chair pose, apparently. Put the weight into your left foot, lift your right foot up, cross the right knee over the left, maybe sneak the right foot behind your left calf. The arms reach forward, the right elbow goes under the left elbow, intertangle, knuckle to knuckle or palm to palm. The elbows lift, the forearms pull away. Warrior three with eagle arms. Untangle the right leg, extend it back. Crescent with eagle arms. Find your balance, soften the back leg, tail under. So we never want it in the lumbar spine, then you can start to lift the upper torso. Look forward, untangle the arms, reach them to the sky, chair pose. I promise you this is the last chair. Take a big inhale, then exhale, fold and straighten the legs. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the peak. Out of the mouth. Let's lift the right leg up. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Drop the left knee to the floor. Release your left toes and scoot the left leg way back. And then we'll go for pigeon pose. Walk your right foot across the mat to your left hand. Drop the right knee to right hand. I like to take a towel, or if you have a bolster, a pillow, anything, and stuff it underneath the right hamstring. That helps support the hips so you can square them evenly. Otherwise, you can go to your forearms, lie into it. We'll be here for 2 minutes. Coming down the mountain. No rush. Let's come onto your hands. Tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee. We'll find downward facing dog. You can shake it out, you can pedal it out. We'll lift the left leg up. Lunge the left foot forward, drop the right knee, release your right toes, scoot the right leg back, then find pigeon. Walk the left foot across the mat to the right hand, drop the left knee to left hand, go to your forearms, lie all the way into it. Use props if you need props. Let's come onto your hands. Tuck your back toes. Find downward facing dog. Do whatever fidgeting that you like. Shake it out however you want. Let's lower to the knees, cross one ankle over the other, sit behind your feet, swoop your legs through to the front. Extend your legs straight out in front of you, grab a hold of your butt and move your glutes back, then move the bottoms of your thighs out. Inhale, reach your arms up, sit up tall, then exhale, hinge and fold forward. Paschimottanasana. If you want something to rest your head on, you can always have your legs hips width apart and put a block on its tallest side right between your inner knees and thighs, and then you can rest your forehead for support. From here, you can sit up. Let's bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your feet. Pull your heels in towards your groin. Take an inhale, lift your chest. Then exhale, fold. You can let your spine round today, just like a turtle. If you want, you can walk your arms forward. Again, if you want some support for your head, you can always open your feet up just enough so that you can slip a block on its tallest side between the soles of your feet, and you might be able to rest your forehead there. Or maybe beyond your toes if that's better for you. From here, you can sit up, close your knees, scoot forward, let's lay on your back. Once you're on your back, let's only hug the right knee in, extend your left leg out. Send your right arm out to the right, palm face up, look to the right and twist the right knee across the body to the left. And switch sides. Hug the left knee into your chest. Hug both knees into your chest. Place your forehead onto your knees. Take a very big inhale. Hold your breath. Squeeze everything, all tension, all stress into one tight little ball. And then let it all go. Sprawl open. Shavasana. You've arrived. So finding whatever shape is going to make you the most content for the next few minutes. Whether that's this traditional Shavasana with the legs extended out, or maybe how we started with your feet together and your knees dropped open for Supta Baddha Konasana. We create the physical shape in the hopes that it shapes our thought process, our intentions, to be able to unplug from the world, to step aside from our responsibilities and obligations, the chaos, quarrel, and confusion that runs through this world. Giving ourselves a few minutes of peace, rest. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Suti Pranamami Hari Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sita Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Bhava Nitai Gaur Hari Bhava Nitai Gaur Hari Bhava Hari Bhava Hari Bhava. Together, take a big inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bring movement back to body. And with your eyes still shut, roll over to whatever side you like. And with your eyes still closed, come up to seated. Sit up tall, take your hands at prayer in front of your heart. Follow your breath. This world is filled with dualities of happiness and distress, pleasure and pain. These are things that are stated in sastra or scripture. the Vedic knowledge that is waiting for us out there. They say that the way this world is set up is to make us question, to think about who am I, what is my purpose, why do I exist? To eventually come to spiritual conclusions that this world is temporary, this body is temporary, but I, the soul, am eternal. And since the soul is eternal, it can also have eternal happiness, ananda, blissfulness, but it will only achieve that through spiritual practice. Food for thought. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath. Let it go. Namaste. Thank you.